this is Marcus Jidell from AVATARIUM and the Doomsday Kingdom, and you are listening to Metal Bloodshed on Metal Messiah Radio International.
Marcus, thank you very much for taking time out for this interview, and it's a great honor to have you back here for the third time at the Metal Bloodshed with the Vampire on Metal Messiah Radio.
Yeah, thank you. It's my pleasure. And thank you for your interest in my bands, my music.
Thank you very much. You're welcome. I know it has been very, very busy for you these last years. It was nice to meet with you and Jennie-Ann at the Masters of Rock in Czech Republic last year.
Yeah, it's nice to see you as well. Did you enjoy the show?
Yeah, very good show. When you guys came up stage, everybody was singing the song along, jumping, headbanging together with the band.
Yeah, but I remember we had a really good time there, and it was a nice festival, a very nice crowd, and I think it was the first time we played with Mats Rydström, the new bass player, actually. I think so, at least in Europe. I'm not sure. But anyway, he did a great job, as always, and we had a really good time there. Yeah.
It was a pleasure to have the chance to meet and greet with you and the rest of the band.
Yeah, it was good times, good times.
Marcus, I want to start this interview by congratulate you, Leif Edling, Andreas, and Niklas for this new project, the Doomsday Kingdom. I'd like to take this opportunity to ask you some questions, Marcus, regarding this new band before we step over to AVATARIUM.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm glad you like it.
Yeah. How was this project started, and how long has you guys been working together since the band has already its debut album out last March 31st, 2017, a self-titled album, The Doom's Kingdom?
Yeah, I think we actually started work on the songs a little bit around the time we did The Girl with Raven Mask with AVATARIUM, actually. I think we started to do the demos 2015 or something like that. That has been like work in progress, when we had a little time, we've been working on it, and then I think last year we just finished the album. So the album has been finished for quite a long time, actually. So we finished the album like a year ago, kind of. Yeah, but then we had to wait, we started to, we released like the demo EP, I think in December. Yeah.
December 2016, right?
So it actually for me, it's like been a long time since we recorded it, but I'm very happy about it. I'm very happy that it's finally out, because I was hoping for it to come out like, I think early fall 2016, but we had to wait a long time for it. But anyway, now it's released and we are extremely happy with it. And it's a very cool thing for us to do, I think, for me and Leif Edling, since we're both fans of the early 80s, late 70s, early 80s metal, so for us it's a very fun project and a fun band to work with, I would say.
I took the opportunity to see at some of the videos that you have out, like A Spoonful of Darkness, Sceptre, and Hand of Hell, if I'm not wrong. Great music, I must say. I didn't listen to the full album as yet, but is this a complete different project, or should I say so, compared to Candlemass, AVATARIUM?
Yeah, to me and for us, this is a little bit like Leif Edling's solo album, I would say, because he's been writing everything, and it's very much his child, but I think it's very different from what we do in AVATARIUM. But it's still, it's me and it's Leif who is doing music, so of course you can hear that a lot. And I think Doomsday Kingdom we're very happy to work with Andreas, the drummer. He's an amazing drummer, and Niklas Stålwind, the singer, is also he brings in a lot of cool metal energy to the song. So I think it's a perfect. I think it's a very good match, with people. And as I said, I think it's a good way to get all the metal out of us. Yeah.
Marcus, are you still with the band Soen?
Soen, yeah. We did a tour a few months ago, and we're going to tour again in fall.
How could you split your time for all these bands, Candlemass, AVATARIUM, Soen, and now Doomsday Kingdom?
Well, you can say it's like Soen is actually the band that do the most touring. And Doomsday Kingdom, we are doing like a few shows, and AVATARIUM, we're going to do more touring. We're going to do a tour now in fall and probably more in the future. But I think it's, I don't do everything at the same time, so to speak. I released like 3 albums the last month. The Soen album, the Kaya, and the Doomsday Kingdom, and AVATARIUM, Hurricanes and Halos. But the recordings has been like, I don't work on them all at the same time. As said, we did the Doomsday Kingdom album. I think we finished that one like a year ago, and the Soen album was finished like last fall. So I don't work at everything at the same time. So for me, it's because I need to do one thing at a time to be able to focus a lot on it. But then, of course, with touring, we have to, find the times when it works for everybody. But that's always how it is. It's, working like this, working as a musician today, if you don't play in like an extremely big band that brings in a lot of money, then you work with different bands, and every band's usually work with different things. If you're going to be a full-time musician, you need to do a lot of stuff, to be able to make some money, That's how it is. But to me, I'm very fortunate because all the bands I play with are bands that I really love to play with. To me, it's like I feel very, very privileged and happy about, working with music that I love. And also all these, if you say like Doomsday Kingdom, AVATARIUM, and Soen, all these bands are quite different. So I can always use like different sides of myself and bring out different musical approaches to the songs and to the bands. And so to me, it's a very good way of exploring different kinds of music and getting better at all kinds of music and express myself in many different ways. So to me, it's actually, it's a perfect thing. I'm very happy about it.
Marcus, briefly highlight on the album you just released with the band Soen last February.
Yeah, I think if you haven't heard it, I suggest you should listen to it. It's a new step for Soen, this album, and we did it more. It's the first album I play on. I've been touring with them since the second album, but this is the third album, and I also produce this album, so it's like a little bit more organic and what can I say?
More progressive metal, Marcus.
Yes, it's progressive, and it's Martin Lopez, Moped, who is an amazing drummer, and he's a big part of the writing process of the music. So he and the singer Ekla, who is also a singer with amazing feel. So they are like the ones who write most of the music. I was part of like most of the songs a little bit since I'm also produced it, but they are like the main writers, and which is a cool thing, and you can hear that, and I think Soen is very emotional music, and there's a lot of cool beats and a lot of strange riffs and stuff. So it's very different from the other bands I work with, but it's also very close. It's also, because we work with emotions, we work with colors, we try to, express ourselves in our, different sides of the human mind, like, the dark side and the bright sides, the light and the shadow. It's a lot of the same way of thinking, but the music sounds a little bit different. From each other, I would say. But it's a great band, Soen is a band with amazing musicians.
Oh, I think I have to check this. I will check this album out. I haven't heard it yet, but I'm sure you guys do it with a lot of love, passions, and I'm sure it's a very good album for people to listen to.
Yeah, I'm very proud of being a member of that band.
Marcus, we met last in December 2015, around 2 months, the band released its second album. I'm talking about AVATARIUM, The Girl with the Raven Mask. How has everything gone with this album, and did it reach all the expectation the band was hoping for?
Yeah, I think we got, extremely good reviews and reception for the album. We did a tour that I was happy with. We also got the Metal Hammer Award, in Germany and up and coming. So we got a lot of attention on that album, which we are very happy about. And it also was an important album to do because we took like a musical step, in a little bit of a new direction. So it was important, and the fans seemed to like it and kept following us. And I think we also gained a lot of new fans on the album. And now we're doing it again. That's what AVATARIUM is about. We always try to keep on moving and never stop and never stagnate. That's not how we work. We always want to make progress and explore new ground.
But do you believe you gave the album enough time to be promoted? Since less than 2 years, you already has a new album already out.
We don't think like that. When we want to work with music, then we do it. AVATARIUM is not. We don't tour like 6 months because all of us are doing a lot of different stuff, and it doesn't work like that for us. So we do an album because we are inspired, and we put a lot of money and energy and time in it. And then we try to tour, and we try to go to places where people ask us to come if we can make it happen, then we do another album. It's not about expressing ourselves, and it's about doing music. It's not about, we don't sit with like a brilliant plan on how to conquer the world. It's not that kind of a band. This band is as much about exploring our inner selves and our minds, as about selling albums. It's a lot of. I'm a very different person from because of the band, actually, from where we started, because there's a lot of things happening when you work with music, when you write music, and when you're like very serious and go deep down. There's a lot of things happening.
Okay, as you said, for The Girl with the Ravel Max, the album that landed the band the Up and Coming award from German's Metal Hammer magazine, how did you and the rest of the band felt about this, and how has everything gone around this achievement?
I think it was a very good thing for us, and that was actually, I think that was one of the reasons we got very inspired to start writing the third album, actually, I would say. So it had a big impact for us. We really felt, it's always important to get recognition, both from the fans, but also from the industry and the business. So that was very important for us. And, now we're gonna go on tour in Europe in September, and then we'll see how things are working, I think it's gonna be a very good tour as it looks now, So I think we'll probably see even more result of that on this tour now.
Marcus, last year the band has recruited a new member in the person of Mats Richtom.
Yes.
Please tell us why you have decided to add Matt into the band's lineup.
It was, I actually saw him playing on a small pub in Stockholm, and I didn't know about him. That was a few years ago. When I saw him, I was stunned by his playing, because he's such an amazing player, He really plays the way I like a bass player to play, And the thing is, Leif Edling has never played with us live, and pleasure to work with Anders Ivers on bass from Tiamat, and he plays with Dark Tranquility now, actually. But the thing is, he lives 500 kilometers from us, because he lives in another city in Gothenburg.
Okay.
So it was a big problem for us to be able to rehearse. It didn't work out. So when I talked to Mats and if he could play live with us a few shows, and he started to do that, and it was a perfect match. And that's that's how it started. And we also felt that we want to have the same guys in the band playing on the album, because we want to have the same sound live and on the album. So when we record a lot of the stuff live with AVATARIUM, so we want to have it's important for us to know each other well, and the best way to get to know each other is to play live a lot. So Mats Rydström and Lars Sköld, our drummer, they are perfect team, and they really now they are better than ever. And I think you can hear that on the album. You can hear it's something special going on in the drums and bass section now. So
now live it's not doing the bass part in the studio no more?
No, he loved Mats Rydström's playing. So because he saw us play in Stockholm, I don't remember a year ago when it was, and he was also amazed. So it's a win-win situation. Everybody's happy, and AVATARIUM can take one more step in finding our sound, and finding out what we want to do and all that kind of stuff. And we also have Rickard Nilsson playing organ on this album.
Yeah,
he's also a new member, and he also really lifted the sound of the album and the sound of the band totally. So he's also very important.
Now that you have this new bass player, that means that Leif has some more chance to dedicate to the Doomsday Kingdom?
Yeah, and of course you also have more time for writing music, when you don't, writing music, that takes a lot of time, and if you're out touring, if you're out doing stuff all the time, it's hard to find the time to write music. Doomsday Kingdom, that's no one else than Leif
write the music
there, because it's very extremely important that he's the bass player in that band, And as I said, Doomsday Kingdom started out as Leif Edling's solo project, and I think it's still a little bit how all of us look upon it, Doomsday Kingdom. So that's, when Leif hasn't been in perfect balance for a long time, because it's been overworked and all this kind of stuff. So that's we play when he feel that he can do it. So Doomsday Kingdom is I don't think Doomsday Kingdom would be a band that would be touring 3-4 months a year, Mm-hmm. It's more going to be, we're playing some shows here and some shows there, and hopefully when Leif is better, we might play a little bit longer tours. But that's about, the future will tell about that. We can just, once again, we just do what we do and try to do the best of all the situation we have, and we feel very happy and fortunate to be able to do what we are doing,
To the ground, it is late and the clouds gather up.
Marcus, AVATARIUM played their first 70 tons of metal cruise this year, but that was not your first time, Marcus. How was it for the band to be at the world's greatest metal cruise? And when was your first time there?
It was amazing. We had a great time, AVATARIUM, we got very well. We got a really warm welcome from the fans, and I think we have met I think there was a lot of new fans as well that saw us, that kind of understood what we are doing. Sometimes you need to see a band live, to really understand what the band is about. And I think AVATARIUM, we are a little bit like that because, we love to play live and we always, try to stretch things and make a little bit different and make it interesting, because it's about, what we do here and now. Life is so much, that's why I love live situation. It's a lot about that, and the whole band now is...
I can't remember, was this your AVATARIUM then, first time crossing the Atlantic?
Yeah, it was. So, yeah, but, we had a really good time. But, since you asked about my first time there, that's how me and Leif Edling really got good friends, because I played with Candlemass a few years ago.
Okay,
2012 maybe.
Yeah,
I think, and I think so. We had a really good time there, and so to me it was of course a dream to play with Candlemass because I've been a fan of the band for a long time. So that was an amazing thing. And then to go on the cruise, I played the music. There it was a very cool thing. But like a few months after that, that's when we started to work on the AVATARIUM demos, actually. AVATARIUM kind of was born a little bit. You could say that a little bit.
I promised myself that I should go on the 70 tons of metal, but it has passed already. I think like 5 or 6 edition, and I couldn't reach there as yet. But seeing the videos, I know people are just having a great time on that ship.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's an amazing thing actually, and it's a very friendly atmosphere, and people are very nice and loving and interested in music, and there's a lot of different nationalities. People from everywhere meet and have fun and have a good time. It's like it should be.
I think you have to. I think you have.
If everybody were like that, the world would be.
I think you have to reserve the cabin like a year or 2 up front.
Okay. Well, it's a cool trip. So see if you go there again. I actually been there 3 times already because I've also played it with Evergrey once.
Okay, yes, when you was part of Evergrey.
I was in the band.
Swedish band AVATARIUM released their 3rd album, Hurricanes and Hallows, on May 26 via Nuclear Blast. As the case with the band's first 2 efforts, AVATARIUM relies on beauty and darkness, heavy guitars and fragile sound, unique female vocals, and the mystic vintage blues sound from the 60s, while still staying on modern ground and thrusting into the haunting soul of doom rock. Marcus, some words on the music done on this album. Please describe some of the song, please.
Well, I think you said a lot by yourself, so I don't know what to say, but I can say that there's a lot of different songs on this album, different modes, some fast songs, more fast songs on this album than we usually have, but also we have a few really heavy ones, and we have a lot of psychedelic stuff going on, which I love. I'm a big Jimi Hendrix fan and Beatles fan, and Hospices and Nash and all that kind of stuff, and it's Zeppelin, I think we bring in a little bit more psychedelic stuff on this album, and I think you can hear a band that really enjoys what they are doing, when you listen to this album. There's a lot of all the foundations like bass guitar, drums are recorded live, so you can hear that and you can feel that, and also some of the vocals are actually recorded from the live session, because Jennie-Ann, she was singing, live with us in the studio, and some of these takes, all the takes were actually extremely good, but some of the takes were so incredibly good, so we had to keep them. I have to say, you can't do this again because this is amazing, because she's such a talented singer.
Sure. And, but there was something on this album that you and Leif expected more from Jennie-Ann than the previous albums?
It's Jennie-Ann. She's very much in charge of what she wants to do. She's an extremely talented singer, and she has like a lot of integrity, and she might be the best musician in the band. So it's more like what she wants to do, than what everybody else you know, she's not the person you tell, like, you have to do like this, because she's the one who's like, she hears the song, and then she has an amazing talent of hearing a demo and a song, and then she changes it to make it like totally her own, you know, even if she didn't write the songs. She wrote some of the songs in this album, but she is like a true artist in that way, I would say. But, you know, AVATARIUM is not, no one in the band is like, I'm producing the albums, but no one in the band is like in a leash. People are telling everybody exactly what to do. That's exactly not how we don't work, you know. AVATARIUM is about 5 individuals playing music together and putting all their mind and effort in doing the best they can, bringing out their own personalities, you know. You know what I mean? So it's not about, we want you to do like this on this album. There's too many bands that work like that. We are like, we meet and then we talk and we have a vision. It's like, how about if we went in that direction? You know, what would you think about that? And then everybody talks about it and contributes with their own vision and their own feelings. And when we play live, after we've been playing live, we talk about that and that was a cool thing. Maybe we can keep this kind of feel to a song on next album, you know. So that's what AVATARIUM is about. It's because I'm very tired of all these bands with one so-called mastermind who is like telling everybody what to do, and it just sounds sterile, boring. You know what I mean?
Yes, sure.
So no one. It's not how we work. The only thing I try to do as a producer is try to bring out people to make everybody dare to be more personal and to put in more of their heart and soul in the project, because that's when music is interesting. You know what I mean? That's why I love bands like Led Zeppelin and all Black Sabbath stuff, and of course Beatles and all that stuff, you know, as well. But or a guy like Neil Young, you know, all these kind of amazing musicians that they are there for, and you need to have a lot of courage, you know, and not just follow trends or follow what's popular right now. That's not what we are about. We don't work in that way, you know.
So what have you guys, since you gathered together in order to describe what you want or what you want come up to with the new album, what have you done differently musically, I would say, and lyrically compared to what you have done before on the 2 last albums?
I think we try to bring in a little bit more sunshine. You know, if you like, sometimes there's a lot of dark clouds, you know, in our music, and there's a lot of heavy and dark stuff. But sometimes you want to see like the sun come in, you know, a little bit between the clouds. You can see a little bit sunshine there, and then maybe it goes away again, but you know it's there. You know what I mean? So I would say that's a big important thing on this album. I wanted to have more warmth, you know, with the sound and more.
But the writing went completely different ways.
Not that different, you know. Leif Edling came in with his songs, and me and Jennie-Ann came in with our songs, and the big difference was that we, instead of usually me and Leif meet and start to do the demos, you know, very rough demos, but this time we met the whole band, everybody, and Leif as well. We met in the studio, actually, the Gröndal studio, and we everybody were there, and we played a song. Leif showed his songs, and we played it directly and recorded his riff and each, you know, all the stuff. So the band was in the process from the beginning, and I think that was also quite important, actually, because everybody could come in directly with their own, you know, way of understanding the songs and interpretation, you know.
Okay, you guys have released a dramatic lyric video for the track Into the Fire, Into the Storm, and recently for a film video for the song The Star Lies Asleep. What could you tell us about these 2 videos, and are you happy with the work done by Johan, who already produced Pearls and Coffin for the previous album?
I'm very happy with what he did. He's a very talented director, so you know, I really like the video, but it's very much his work, you know. I asked him to, or we asked him to come up with an idea, and he did, and we talked a little bit about it, you know, different aspects of the lyric and how he could do it, but at the end of the day, it's totally his video and his child, you know, so to speak. So I think you should see it, because it's a very good video. I really like it, and it really I think a good video should make a song sound better, and I think this video really
agree. I think
it really was successful in that way.
I must say, I must congratulate Jennie-Ann too. She was fantastic on that video.
Yeah, she did a great job, actually.
Yeah.
So we're very happy about the video, and maybe we can do another one, with some of the other songs, but I'm not sure. But it's nice when you can combine music and pictures, and it works. It's very hard to do that. I think most of the time I'm usually not 100% happy with the videos, but I think this one turned out very good actually.
Yeah, you guys made a good start by releasing the video for Into the Fire, Into the Storm. What else can you ask for? I mean, that was a great decision to start with this song.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a great song. I really like that song. That's that song. That's also one example. When you listen to that Into the Fire, Into the Storm, and when you hear the organ playing from Rika Nilsson, that's the typical thing where you can hear the band effort. I don't think there's not that many other bands around today that can make this song sound like AVATARIUM can make it sound. So if you haven't heard it, listen to it, and especially listen to the organ playing. It's crazy.
As you said, Marcus, you produced the album while David Castillo, who also worked with Catatonia, Bloodbath, Opeth, recorded and mixed it in the famous Ghost Word studio, and the mastering was done by Jens Borgen, who also worked with Monk, Soilwork, Sepultura, and many others. What could you tell us about the work done by Davis and at the Ghost Work Studio and Jens Borgen? I believe that's the same team that has done the previous album, right?
Yeah. It's always good to. We did a second album with them, and it's also always good, I think, to do. If it worked, then let's try it again, and then hopefully we can make it even better. Especially with David Castillo, we have a very good cooperation with him because he's the one who's in charge of the Ghost World and the Gröndal studio actually.
He's in Stockholm, right?
Very good technician, and he's like he's letting me, he's allowing me to try all my crazy ideas as well, because I always have a million ideas, because how to make it sound better, because I always want to try to make it sound better. I think
he has extra patience with you.
Yeah, it's good, and he's some people, because there's a lot of people that are scared, oh, you can't do like that because you're not supposed to do it like that, and I'm like, I don't think like that. I always try stuff, and then sometimes it works or sometimes it doesn't work. But I think it's if you don't try it, you will never know, so to speak. So sometimes I really come up with things that a lot of people will say, that's not how people do it. But if people say that to me, then I'm like, okay, that's even better argument to try it. Because why should we do things like everybody else does it?
That's right.
So, but he's a great guy, a very good technician, very talented, and he's a very good guy.
The artwork, the disc was once again created by Eric Lovanpera, who previously designed the cover artwork for the band's debut album. I mean, was there anything special and unique about this, Marcus, that you decided to return back to Eric?
Yeah, I think it was natural. He did a great job with the first album and with the All I Want EP. I think we wanted a little bit style, but also we wanted to bring in some colors because this album has more colors, I think. So the other albums has been more like black and white style, and this album has a lot of colors, and I think that reflects the music very well. And Eric, he came up with cover, because he heard the song Medusa Child. I think that was the song that really inspired him to this album cover. And it's very cool. The vinyl looks beautiful in gold, I would say.
When I saw the cover artwork, I thought so. So it's so similar. Something is telling me that I didn't know it was the same person at the first time, but I thought so. I said it might be the same guy who's done the debut album cover artwork.
Yeah, but he's a great, Eric is a great artist, and it's a pleasure to have all these talented people around you. And that's
I always say, I mean, if you're happy with the result done on the previous album, why should you change the winning team?
Yeah, totally. So,
and Marcus,
if you don't have the vinyl, people buy it.
Marcus, and talking about the winning team, don't forget the band's third album release consecutive with Nuclear Blast record, Hurricanes and Hollows. Do you feel the bond between the band and Nuclear Blast record is getting better with each release? And what do you believe?
Yeah, it's you always have some people that are closer to you that you work with, and this time I'm very happy with because the promo person that we work with, and Swallow, she's been doing a great work for us and been very much in contact with her. So which is extremely important. So I'm very happy about that, and I think to us it's been a very good thing that they allow us to do exactly what we want. Mm-hmm. They don't interfere, in the music or anything. They let us, be the artists and do what we do, and that is I think very very cool thing with Nuclear Blast.
Okay, talking about the album, in how many formats is the album available now?
Well, I guess it's a vinyl, of course, and the CD, and then it's digital formats, I guess.
Yes, and vinyl and different...
the CD is actually... we have a digipack.
Okay.
And CDs. So we have some limited digipacks, actually.
In vinyl, do you have it in different colors?
Yeah, we have a few different colors, I think. The gold one is the limited one, I think, which is beautiful. The vinyl sounds amazing, and we did a special mastering for the vinyl, and I think we really this time, we're getting better and better at everything, and I think this vinyl sounds really, 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 really good. I'm very happy with it.
For those who want to buy the digipack, what does the digipack consist of?
Read on the homepage. I'm too confused now. It's a beautiful looking digipack. I can say that.
Do you have already a T-shirt out for Hurricanes and Hollows?
Yeah, there should be one, and I think we're gonna do more stuff when we're done with all the promotion interviews. We need to have good merchandise and all this kind of stuff, because that's what makes a band go around, But at the end of the day, we want to work with music and not selling clothes. But we're very happy. We have a merchandise web store, and we're gonna put out some cool stuff there soon, because there's no better feeling than to see people wearing your T-shirts, from the band.
That's right.
That's an amazing feel, because then you really know these guys, they love the band, So that's a very cool thing.
Marcus, the band will be playing at the Tuska Open Air in Finland this year, when the festival are celebrating its 20th anniversary. Is this the first time at Tuska, and what can the fan expect from the band presentation?
Yeah, it's the first time. Yeah, we're gonna play hopefully quite many new songs. We're gonna show the Finns how to play true metal and rock.
We was there last year. That was, I think, right before we came to Masters of Rock, if I'm not wrong. The thing that I felt so strange is because the Finns has so much restriction. You can't smoke in front of the stage. You have to go apart. And people that does drink alcohol need to stay apart, like in a cage apart. It's different. Okay. It's funny. You're gonna notice that this year.
Okay, that sounds a little bit weird, but Finland is a great country actually for rock music. They've always been very good at that. So for us it's the first time we play in Finland, but I really want to play more shows in Finland actually.
Yeah, okay.
Because I love to play in Finland.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of countries you get special feelings for because I've been touring my whole life now, and there's some countries you just get a special feeling for. I think Finland is one of these countries for me.
Marcus, besides the Tuska Open Air presentation, will AVATARIUM be playing at other summer festival or any other show or tours planned for the last part of 2017?
We won't play anything else this summer actually, but I really hope next summer we'll play a lot of festivals. But we're gonna do this tour in September, and then that's that. And we have some other stuff. We are planning some other stuff as well, but we have to take one thing at a time, so to speak. So we really want to play a lot live. We love to do that. So we'll see. I'm going to play at a few festivals with Soen, I think, but I can't remember where or when.
Okay.
But that's in August. Just a few.
All right. Marcus, I want to thank you very much once again for making this interview possible. And once again, I want to hand you over the microphone of Metal Messiah Radio for you to invite all your fans to support the bands, to buy your albums, to buy these new great albums. and to buy the merchandise and to attend your concert, your show, wherever they are on this beautiful planet.
Because you love it, because that's what it's all about. You buy music that you like, but if you like it, that's the way to support musicians and the bands you love today. That's the way to make the bands be able to continue to do what they're doing. So I think it's important. I do it myself,
Yeah, sure. Come on, if you love metal, you have to contribute. You have to support these bands. You have to support all the bands that you like, that you listen to. Buy this album. Not just download and listen to the music. You want to download, you download just to listen and to see, okay, you like the music, come on, buy the album.
Yeah, totally. I totally agree. And it's also, the aspect with you get a better sound and all that kind of stuff, with when you buy the albums, even if you listen to a CD or if you listen to vinyl, the sound is on both these medias are so much better. Vinyl is, of course, the coolest, but CD is also it's a total, so much more high definition, and it's a total difference.
Yeah.
So I really agree with you on that one. But I got to tell you, when you talk about festivals, that's such a cool. I'm very happy, when you go to festivals, you just say you can buy albums and that kind of stuff. When you go to a good festival, you see how many people that really enjoy music and really put their heart in music, and that's such a cool thing. It's the same thing when we tour and when we meet fans. But there's a lot of people that really do contribute, and that's and they love the music, and they buy the merchandise and they buy the albums, and they that's such an amazing thing as well,
Yes,
and hard rock and metal has always been like an underground thing anyway. We are always outcast kind of people, and then that's maybe how it should be. It's a special community and with special people, and I kind of like that as well. It will always be a special way of communication, between the bands and the fans. I'm both, but I'm a fan myself, so I'm also a fan to other bands.
Especially
it's a very cool thing.
Especially when you go to the big open door festival, not to mention some. When you see more than 80,000 metalheads gather together, come on, metal is such a great thing, is such a big thing worldwide.
It's the best.
It's the best.
It's the best thing.
It's the best.
It crushes everything else.
Marcus, to conclude this interview, anything else you want to add to this interview?
No, I think I'm very happy. I think I've talked a lot.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's much more to add. Really hope we will meet a lot of people when we go out and play live now and in September and at the Tuska Festival, and so we're really looking forward to that. That's the best thing to do, to play live.
Marcus, I want to thank you very much once again, and it was a pleasure meeting you last year, and I hope to meet you. I'm going to be in Europe in July and August. If we meet, it will be fun to have a couple beers this time together.
Yeah, totally.
But in the meantime, I want to wish you
for a beer or two, but just not before the shows. So,
yeah, okay.
But afterwards.
But in the meantime, I wish
I'm actually more into wine if I.
Okay, sure. Just a bottle.
But beer is also.
Okay, in the meantime, I want to wish you all the best with all the bands and with the Soen, with the Doomsday Kingdom, and especially for what we hear for now, AVATARIUM.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure to talk to you, and have a good day, and see you. We'll see you somewhere.
Like I always say, metal on. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye.